Hi, Cancer. Let's see what the universe is wanting to tell you. My readings are timeless. When you find them is when you're meant to hear the messages. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And if the reading doesn't resonate at all, do not try to make it fit. And instead go watch your moon sign, ascendant sign. And if you're born on the cusp of another sign, go watch that sign because those readings may resonate more for you at this time. Cancer. Oh my goodness, Cancer. Like a whole bunch just fell out. Hold on. I'm not going to take all of these, but the carriage did flip upright. A journey, either physical or mental. So you could be going on some kind of physical or mental journey. We all go through many mental journeys in our lifetime. Old age, childhood, marriage, having children, all of those are mental journeys. Spirit, what does Cancer need to know? Okay. All right, we have February. So the month of February could be significant here. Something could have happened last February. Something could be happening next February. You could be dealing with someone born in the month of February. Something that started last February could be culminating next February, which would be a year's time. We have Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. That's a great card. Then we have the Lion. It's time to act. Nice. Okay, so you're going to be triumphing over either some kind of trouble or obstacles in your life. So if you've been going through a difficult period, it's okay. You will triumph. But it's time to act here. And the month of February is important. Then we have the Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. I love that card. So yeah, the bottom of the deck gives us either the overall energy of the reading, something important about the reading, or something we don't know. So I feel like Spirit's letting you know that you're going to triumph over whatever troubles or obstacles that you're going through. You're on the right path in some area of your life. That is important to this reading, but it is time to act in some way. Let's clarify these cards and see what's going on. But actually, before I do that, let me let you know that I don't do personal readings for the public at this time. If I ever start doing them, I'll never contact you out of the blue and offer you one. Only scammers do that. Spirit, show me February. So I do feel like, the bottom of the deck here is it's just letting you know that you are on the right path in some area of your life, and that is important to this reading in some way. Spirit, show me February. Why is it here for Cancer? Show me Cancer for February. Wow. On the bottom of the deck, the Moon, Pisces, Cancer energy. It's your energy there. I want to dig a little deeper. Five of Pentacles. Okay, so I do feel like, you got 2 5s. So there's a change, okay? But I feel like you were dealing with there was someone you had conflict with here. I feel like there was conflict. And I definitely feel like there was something that was hidden from you, something you didn't know. But I feel like you've gotten clarity. You got clarity about that. And I just feel like you're not interested in it anymore. Whoever it was, where there was a lot of conflict here and where things were being hidden from you, and you were, there was illusions and delusions. You were dealing with someone who just wanted to win. They wanted to win at all costs. They didn't care. And they created a lot of conflict in your energy. And I just feel like you're done with it. You're done with the conflict. And this could be love. It could be in work. It could be any area of your life. It could be family. But I feel like you've had that clarity that you needed. And you're just not interested in dealing with the conflict anymore, and the illusions and the delusions that this person brought into your life. Spirit, show me the 4 of Chalices, the 5 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Why is it here? I feel like you're in a period where you're getting clarity about what it is you want, and you're just not interested in having all that conflict in your life. I feel like you were dealing with someone who brought a lot of conflict into your life. Spirit, show me the 4 Chalices, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. 2 aces. There's a new beginning here for sure. The Oak King. That's Pisces energy with the Oak King. Yeah, I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is the seed of great potential. And I feel like that's something that's coming in or came in February. If not, this may be talking about next February. But there's a seed of great potential. This is the seed of infinite potential that's coming in. And I just feel like, there's something here where I feel like you're needing to really start looking at things from a different perspective, looking at the bigger picture. And for some of you, you may have already started doing this when you started getting clarity about dealing with that situation where there was a lot of conflict. That could have been a job. It could have been a relationship or a family that you were dealing with. But I feel like you're just not interested in that anymore. And by getting that clarity, looking at things from a different perspective, looking at the bigger picture, that's what's going to bring in the Ace of Pentacles, which is that seed of great potential. The Ace of Pentacles, though, is something that you have to grow and nurture. It's something that you grow. It's not something that just comes in and you're rich. It's something that you have to actually nurture, grow, and harvest. Spirit, show me the Eagle. Triumph over troubles. Why is it here? I think you felt, stuck in whatever that is, that where there was a lot of conflict, you felt stuck, but I feel like you're coming unstuck if you have not already come unstuck from it. I feel like for a lot of you, you already came unstuck. Spirit, show me Eagle. Triumph over troubles. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Wow. That's that new path, that new plan. The Lady and the Lord, Gemini energy here with that, the Lovers. This is you making that major life decision with the Lovers. This is a new path for you. Something I feel like in the material world that you're going to be doing. That's putting you on that where you're going to triumph over troubles. So if you felt like you've had especially any troubles in your material world, and I definitely feel like you were having troubles with someone you're having conflict over. I feel like whatever this triumph is, it's something in your material world. But it is, we all do have free will. So you will have to make a decision about this. This is a major life decision. Spirit, show me Page of Pentacles. Why is it here? Show me the page. Look at that, the Moon. And Harvest. Wow. Yeah. So I want to dig a little bit deeper in the Page of Pentacles. So you do have, I feel like you're starting some new path in your material world. And it could be because, you've gotten the clarity that you needed to get away from whatever it is that I feel like you're just not interested in whatever that situation where there's so much conflict and you were dealing with someone who just wanted to win at all costs. But now I feel like that person, if this is a lover, it could be a lover, it could be a partner that you had, a family member, or it could just be someone that, you worked for, like a boss or a job. But I feel like that situation is trying to come back around. It doesn't want, I feel like you got someone here watching you. They're watching you. They're watching you take some kind of new path in your life, and they're wanting to come back around. There's a major life decision, a judgment call that you're going to have to make of here, but I feel like you're dealing with something or a situation here where there's a lot of things not being clear. And I feel like you don't want to deal with that anymore. You're not interested in that anymore. But I do feel like that, this new path you're taking is going to allow you to triumph over these troubles, these obstacles, this conflict, this situation where there's so much conflict. But I feel like they're going to try to stop you. But I don't feel like they are for most of you. And we all have free will. And some of you may allow either this job or this person to stop you from moving on and going down a new path. Because we all do have free will. But for a lot of you, I feel like you're going to take whatever this new path is. Spirit, show me Lion. Time to act. I just don't feel, I feel like for whoever this resonates for, you're just over this conflict, this situation where there's so much conflict. And you're ready for this new path. And that new path is bringing in this Ace of Pentacles, which is that seed of great potential. Spirit, show me the Lion. It's time to act. The Standing Stone. Libra energy with the Standing Stone. And the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. Yes, this is awakening to that call of what you need to do here. You're going towards your Ten of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning. It takes you to your Ten of Pentacles. That's where you're going. This Ace of Pentacles is your path to your Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is having it all. Home, family, stability, security. Whatever having it all to you is, that's your Ten of Pentacles. This is generational wealth. This is, I feel like, Spirit is telling you, you have to make that decision. There's a need for you to awaken to what you need to do here. But you do have someone who's going to try to stop you. Someone who brings in a lot of illusions and delusions and maybe will say anything to stop you from doing this. Spirit, show me the Standing Stone. Why is Standing Stone here? Show me the Standing Stone. Look at that. The Crone. Leo energy with strength. And you have the Eight of Wands. Wow. This is moving forward. Being strong. You got the Lion and you got a Lion here. That you need to be strong here. And do what you want to do. Do what's right for you. Make that decision that's right for you. Move forward very quickly here with the Eight of Wands. Things are going to be moving very quickly. Things are going to speed up. But there's a need for you to be strong. And it may be hard. It may be difficult to act. But you need to act. Let's get you an oracle card for guidance. Whoa, way too many. Spirit, give me an oracle card for guidance for Cancer. What guidance do you have for them? I feel like this pathway, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life is for a lot of you. And every time is fluid in tarot. So everybody's timeline will be different here. But for a lot of you, I feel like there's already a situation where there's a lot of conflict and you're already over it. You're just over it. You're sick of it. You've gotten the clarity that you just can't do this anymore. And that is putting you on the right path. That you're getting that mental clarity that it's time to move on from that situation. And it's going, by doing that, by moving on, it is going to bring in that seed of great potential that's going to take you to your Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Cup of Tea. Patience, reassessment. Let's read this. Sorry, it can take a minute on this because they're not in any order. Okay. Cup of tea. A cup of tea provides you with a moment of quiet. Savor the process and stay present. This brewing takes time, just as a tricky situation takes time to develop. A quick reaction may not be the way to go. Have patience and let things ripen. Just as an infusion of herbs takes time to come to full potency, magical work rarely produces instantaneous results. Remember, a watched pot never boils. Let it do its work in its own time and trust in the process. Use the time to reflect on the situation and how you feel about it and reassess your perspective. The Cup of Tea card reminds you that perhaps all is not as it seems. Your reflection is, are there lessons you can learn from a difficult situation that you haven't considered yet? And I feel like for a lot of you, you're in that cup of tea moment where you're needing to, you're needing to assess things, think about what is not as it seems, because I feel like things are going to take off here, and speed up. And when it is, it's going to be time to act. And you will know when that time comes. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like the video.